Well, after a red card, that was always going to be a difficult evening, but that side showed some real character and grit in defence, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it was difficult, particularly when you're playing against a team that play with such width in their game, and we spoke a lot in the week about our defensive shape and numbers in the line, and how we had a plan to sort of try and trap them in the middle of the park. But when you lose a man and then you lose another man, it does make it difficult. And while the grit and determination was brilliant, for 50-60 minutes, ultimately, that sustained pressure that they had on us, it paid, dividends for them late in the game. So disappointing finish, and also a little bit disappointing the opportunities that we had in our own, or in their 22. Close to the line, I think we had 3 or 4, and we just didn't come away with any points. And if we had, we might have been able to put a bit more pressure on them.
As you say, a great analysis really, because we were in the commentary position talking about the way that you closed them down and swamped them, seemed to be, in the middle of the field. And as you say, that's stubborn, that's frustrating, but still played some rugby yourselves.
Yeah, probably didn't play as much as we would have liked. Again, when you lose numbers, and it sort of upsets your plans a little bit, and so we probably kicked a little bit more than we would have liked to. It was great conditions out here tonight, outstanding surface to play on, and even in that first half, when we did get a little bit of ball down, in good areas of the park, even with a man or two down, we still looked threatening. So just a sense of frustration really, that while the scoreline is pretty complimentary to them, we feel like we sort of missed opportunities to really close the gap on them in the middle part of the game. And then anything could have happened late in the game.
It always going to in the last 20 minutes. But in a bizarre way, we've seen the spirit in this Gloucester side building and building through the season. And that's almost like another big building block that will go into the character and grit of this side.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's one of those things that sometimes people don't want to hear, but it is a new coaching group that's come in the last 12 months, and you look at the journey that Bristol have been on, probably for the last 4 or 5 years since Pat and his team took over. They went through some heartache in those first couple of years, but they committed to what they were doing. They didn't compromise on what they were doing. That they all bought into it, and they're starting to see the fruits of their labour now. And I think it'll be the same for this Gloucester side in the next couple of years, if they all stick at it, they all buy in. Sometimes it's not what you do, but how you do it. And I think if everybody stays on the same page, then they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the next few years.
A great term, because you can see in the body language that this Gloucester squad are buying in to what the coaching team wanted to do. You can just see it.
Yeah, 100%. And I think you see that reflected in the way that someone like Luds has taken over this year as the captain of the side, and I think he's been outstanding. He's fronted up. He's an absolute warrior, the way that he throws his body around, and I think he's been outstanding. And that vision and that style of play, and all the little things that you're trying to bring to a game each week, from the coaches down to the players, Luds and some of the other senior players, I think are really leading that really nicely. And like I say, it's difficult at the moment. It's disappointing at the moment. We're not where we want to be, but if everybody perseveres with it, I think in the next couple of years there's going to be some good things ahead for Gloucester.
And possibly not too easy to think about or in the forefront of your mind now, but when this game sort of settles in, you're looking forward then to a home fixture at Kingsholm with some fans in.
Yeah, look, we spoke about that after the match, just in our huddle on the pitch there. There's 3 pretty awesome games coming up. We've got London Irish, who we let that game slip down at London earlier in the season, so we're looking forward to that one next, and then a couple of West Country derbies to finish the season. So really excited about getting back to Kingsholm, playing in front of some fans. It's going to be awesome. Like this place here was buzzing tonight, but as you know, Kingsholm, there's no better place. So really excited for that, and then the local derby against Worcester to finish the season. So there's some exciting things ahead.
Yeah, as you say, there's going to be a great buzz around the city. Looking forward to that game, and the Worcester derby coming up for you.
Yeah.
Willi, thanks very much for your time.
Nice, thanks mate. Cheers.
Cheers.